Good morning, students. Yesterday, I have taught you about the disintegration of USSR, how and why did it happen. So, today we will discuss what happened after the disintegration of USSR, means the consequences of disintegration of USSR. When in December 1991 USSR was disintegrated, so there was collapse of second world. I have told you yesterday, USA group, USA bloc was known as first world and USSR bloc was known as second world. And in first chapter I have told you that non-aligned countries were known as third world. USA group first world, USSR group second world, and non-aligned countries were known as third world. So with the disintegration of USSR, the second world collapsed and there was end of Cold War, because now the world is converted into unipolar. We have started our chapter with this word, unipolar and bipolar. Now there were no two poles, there was only one pole, that was USA. And if there is one pole, if there is one power, so there is no place for war. So the first consequence of this disintegration of USSR was that there was end of Cold War, end of arms race. During the Cold War, arms race was also there. Both the blocs have spent a huge amount of money in the preparation of nuclear weapons and arms. So with the end of Cold War, there was end of arms race also. There was no existence of military blocs, and now the people were thinking that there will be era of peace in the world. So this was the first consequence. The second consequence of the disintegration of USSR, that the power relation in the world politics have changed. There were two groups, USA group and USSR group, and some countries they have joined USA and some countries they have joined USSR. But now the power relations have been changed. Now there will be two possibilities. What will be the possibilities? That either there will be one superpower or world will become unipolar. This was the first possibility, that because the second bloc or the second pole has collapsed, so there will be one superpower. That superpower will dominate the world and there will be unipolar system in the world. This was the first possibility. Second possibility may be there, that different countries or different groups of the countries, they become important players in the international system. Means the world will become multipolar system. The world will get multipolar system. So two possibilities were there after the collapse of USSR, either unipolar world or multipolar world. But what happened? The world has adopted unipolar system. Not adopted, but it was forced. USA became the most powerful hegemon in the world, and institutions like World Bank, IMF, they became powerful advisors to all these countries because they give them loans for their transition. There was transitional period in the 15 republics of USSR. So the World Bank and the IMF, they became the key player here in the transitional period. So the power relation in the world politics have changed. Third consequence was that there was emergence of many new countries in the world. And all those countries, they were having their own aspirations, they were having their own choices. Some of them have joined NATO, especially the Eastern European countries, earlier which were a part of USSR, now they have joined NATO. And the Central Asian country, they did not join the NATO. Means all these countries were having their own choices. So these were the three consequences of the disintegration of USSR. One more thing I want to teach you here. Actually, this was in syllabus up to March 2020. Now, because CBSE has introduced some changes in the syllabus and this topic is not in syllabus, shock therapy. But for your knowledge, I am going to explain you in brief that what was shock therapy. You know that in USSR there was socialism, and after the disintegration they changed this socialist system into capitalist system. They were having authoritarian system, means the rule of one political party and no rights to the people. Now they have also changed their political system from authoritarian to democratic system. Economic system was socialism. That socialism was changed into capitalism, and political system was one party rule, that was authoritarian system, that changed into democratic system. So this transition from authoritarian socialist system to democratic capitalist system in all the 15 republics of erstwhile USSR, all the 15 republics, they were going through this transitional period from authoritarian socialist system to democratic capitalist system. So this process, this was a painful process which was influenced by World Bank and International Monetary Fund. Just now I have told you that the World Bank and IMF was giving loans to these country. So what was shock therapy? Shock therapy was a painful process of transition from an authoritarian socialist system to a democratic capitalist system in the countries of erstwhile USSR that was influenced by the World Bank and IMF. And the features of this transition were same in all these countries, but its intensity and speed varied. Means intensity and speed was not same, but the features were same. Means in simple words I can say that all these countries, they have hurriedly changed their political, social and economic system, and it created a chaos, and there was pain in all the spheres for the people. If I talk about the economy, so in economy, because privatization was adopted in place of state ownership, so there was largest garage sale and vouchers were given to the citizens to purchase the things, and the people, they have sold the vouchers in the black market because they needed the money. The private individuals and the private companies were there, Now the government has sold all these industries to the private people. So now what happened? Now there was poverty, now there was unemployment, there was gap between rich and poor. The value of ruble currency of USSR, currency of Russia, the value of ruble has declined, rate of inflation has increased, people have lost all their saving. Earlier collective farming was done there, but now because now the farms were purchased by the people, so private farming was there, so production also decreased and Russia started to import the food. GDP declined, trading structure has broken, and if in social field if we see, again there was gap. Now the society was not based on social equality. And if in the political field we see what happened, all these 15 republics, they tried to prepare their constitution hurriedly. And what happened in this situation, they have given all the powers to the president or head of the country. Again the country became authoritarian in place of democracy. Means all was not good in all those 15 republics that they were expecting, that after transition, after changing from authoritarian socialist system to democratic capitalist system, there will be all things will be good there. All was not good. The people of all these 15 republics, they had to face a lot of problems. So that's all for today. Goodbye. We will meet tomorrow.